Dear Bramblings, it's Uncle Luke here. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm sure you noticed that I made Brambling plural. Yeah, you're right. I say this with a big smile on my face, but yeah, I'm gonna be an uncle again. And I'm so excited to welcome the new Brambling into the world. And I don't know who you're gonna be, the new Brambling, but I am so excited to meet you, and I am so excited to hold your hand and to talk to you. And oh man, I'm overjoyed. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be an uncle again. But to everybody else, I just want to take a minute to say that this is, I guess, officially what I'm calling season 2 of the Dear Brambling podcast. I've taken a bit of time to schedule and record some more conversations with people that I trust. And I've been brainstorming and experimenting with ways to improve upon the podcast. And yeah, starting to figure out what my creative process is when it comes to this podcast and how to really follow through with my values of compassion, connection, permission, bravery, and how to implement that into this podcast. And I think it's working out. I think I'm starting to get some people to notice, and some people are more than willing to help these days, which is, wow, just mind-blowingly lovely. Yeah, today is Thanksgiving in Canada here. It's October 9th, and I am just so thankful. I think for me, my Thanksgiving right now is to be thankful for myself, for being brave enough to start telling my story and to start having conversations with people in a recorded format. And I'm just so grateful to have the chance to go back onto those conversations and to listen and relearn, unlearn, relearn again all these things that these people that I trust know. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm also so grateful for all the people that I get to talk to and all the people that are willing to help and to be guests and believe in me in some way. And for the first time in a really, really, really long time, I feel like people are starting to notice that this means a lot to me. And I hope it means a lot to you too. I do want to say that season 2 is going to be entering what I'm calling the AR era of my life. AR stands for After Ryan. Now, Ryan was an old childhood friend of mine that I've known since I was 4. He was 5, and we've known each other for a really long time, and I have grown up next to his family for a very long time too. And what I'm trying to say is that Ryan has passed away, and I was there when he passed away, and it was a complete and total freak accident, and I'm not going to get too much into it in this little intro. However, in the first episode, I have my friend Nicole and we sit down and we talk a little bit about how our lives have been and how our 30ths have been, and I go into the story. And so if you want to check that out, it will be in episode 1. And I do want to preface this by saying, like, listen to your own boundaries, listen to your own limits, and know that this is going to be talking about the death of someone. With all that being said, every single conversation that I've had in my AR era has had some of my trauma leak out from this incident. And this is just going to be my overarching warning to everyone that it's going to come out. I am deciding that I don't really want to hold back. And it's not in a way of like purposely trying to hurt and traumatize and scare people. It's more so coming from this place of, this is what Uncle Luke is really struggling with right now. And Uncle Luke is really trying hard to find meaning in all of this. And the Dear Brambling podcast has really helped me continue and keep moving forward, and has really helped me try to strive for healing myself as best as I can. And yeah, the thing is that when I pretend that this trauma doesn't exist, it only really makes it worse in me. And when I'm connecting with others, I really want people to see me and understand me. And it just comes up. It's just what happens. I am hurting a lot from this incident. I am suffering from PTSD, major grief, major existentialism, and depression is starting to kind of kick in too. And it's kind of kicking my ass. And to be honest, like today especially, maybe it's the weather as well. It's raining here right now, but I have my mind and my heart set on trying to better myself all the time, try to go to the gym, try to make healthy habits, try to take care of myself. And only thing I can actually manage to do is shower, which is a big accomplishment, honestly, but that's it. And the rest, I'm laying in my bed just wondering, when will this pain go away? When will this numbness go away? When will this go away? And on the flip side of that coin, there's a part of me that doesn't want it to ever go away, because this pain helps me remind myself that I'm still alive, and I really love living. I really do. I see my life as the most sacred thing in existence right now, and I'm not trying to like make myself sound like I'm a god or Jesus. I'm just saying that like I really love living. And it just sucks that living also means pain and suffering. And anyways, what to expect from season 2? Well, that's a great question. Thanks for asking. Well, we're going to have some more conversations with people that I trust. I'm actually really looking forward to posting these conversations, as they've really inspired me. They've really lit me up. And not to mention that the guests that I have on the show have been so kind and so compassionate towards what's happened. They've just been so supportive, and just honestly, it means the world to me. It really does. Also, what to expect from this season 2 is we're going to be going into a lot of topics about the creative process. And I didn't realize how inspiring and how long people can talk about the creative process, and really just trying to dig deep into how do people feel and get inspired, and what gets in the way. And so I've actually got a lot of artists coming onto the show, and we're going to be talking about how they get into their own creative process. And yeah, I'm really excited to share that. Of course, we're going to be talking a lot about grief as well. And grief is one of the most important emotions that we feel as humans. However, it is also one of those emotions that we want to avoid like the plague. I think this is just another example of, my trauma is going to be leaking out. But I think grief is universal, and grief is something that everyone can understand to some point. And what's really fascinating about grief is just how it can lead into joy as well. And I'm not saying that it's all going to be sadness and sorrow and rain and gray. And no, actually, talking about grief and all of the sad stuff actually really quickly, maybe not quickly, but it does lead into the things that make us feel so much joy. And I'm really excited to share these types of conversations with you. Also, I'm going to be having some more entries or more episodes of the My Irish Dance Story series. I have decided to really lean into telling the story more, and I know from the beginning I was like, I'm going to make this a solo series, and I'm going to tell my story on my own, and I am going to walk this path, and it's going to be just my voice. And then as I kept going closer and closer to the really, really painful wounds, I start to realize that I am stuttering and limping and crawling my way through this journey, and I've realized that I might need some help telling these stories. And so, yeah, I'm excited to bring the next entry in the My Irish Dance Story series. Also, we have some new theme music, and it's composed by my cousin, Matt Grazier, and it's just another thing that gets me all excited that this is kind of becoming like a family group project of some sort. And I also have an editor now. His name is Jeremy Helton, another one of my cousins. And I also have my dad helping out with some of the editing as well. And because I really do value permission in this podcast, I find that editing is a very important thing we need to do in order to really align ourselves with the value of permission. And so to have some people willing to help me with the editing process, which is literally the most grueling part about this project, is the editing, I just feel so grateful again. Here we are, back to gratitude, back to Thanksgiving. So yeah, this is my heartfelt thank you to Jeremy and my dad for helping me edit, as well as to Matt Grazier for composing a new theme music for the podcast. I'm just so excited. Also, I don't have anything really planned quite yet, but I'm hoping to maybe sprinkle in another spoken word here and there. But yeah, my hopes for season 2 is that these conversations will still inspire and help those who might need it. I'm also hoping to demonstrate what healthy conversations can sound like. I want these conversations to be, like I said again, something that we all have permission and consent to be in. And we are talking through hard topics with kindness and compassion and connection. And we're not here to try to hurt each other. And I think modeling behavior is one of the best ways to learn. Also, I want to continue to tell the story of me, Uncle Luke, the human, who is trying his absolute best despite everything that's happened. And I don't know what else to say. I think that's kind of it. I hope that you enjoy season 2. Well, with that being said, to the Bramblings, just know that I love you so much. And I can't wait to meet the new one. And I have a huge freaking smile on my face right now, just thinking about holding your hand and laughing with you. And you light me up inside. I hope you know that. Love you so much. I hope you have a good day. Bye. The Dear Brambling Podcast is a podcast dedicated to my little bramblings, to the next generation of humans growing up in the world, as well as to anyone who might be looking for a little more guidance in their life. It is hosted by me, Luke Benoit. Editing and sound design are by Cedar Picture and Sound, MB Productions, and Hideout Productions. The music that you're listening to is called Curiosity, and it's composed by Matthew Grazier at Grazier Music. The logo was designed by Misaki at Hostess Misaki on Twitch TV. And if you'd like to follow me on any social media, you can do so on Twitch as well as on Instagram at Lucatronosaurus Rex. And to anyone who is listening to the podcast this far in, I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. I do, however, need to say that this podcast was brought to you for education and entertainment purposes and should not be used as a substitute for actual licensed coaching, counseling, or therapy. If you are experiencing some sort of pain in your life and you need some help, I definitely recommend shopping around for the right coach, counselor, or therapist that is right for you. With all that being said, I really do hope that you're doing something today to take care of yourself, and I do hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.